Hey there, YouTube. I'm back for a second time today. I know, crazy. I went from making videos every 2 weeks to twice in a day. But something really cool just happened, and I'm also procrastinating homework. So between the two of those things, I'm making another video. So tonight I had a Con Ed class because I'm an EMT, and the guy instructing it was my EMT instructor 2 years ago. So I haven't seen him in about 2 years. And actually, if I think about it, I guess it was a little less than 2 years. If I'm thinking about this correctly, the last time I saw him, I was ending my EMT certification when I was beginning my liquid pre-op diet, I believe. So literally he saw me at my highest through my EMT course and dropped 20 pounds at the last 2 weeks, so he probably didn't notice. So that's the last he's seen me. And then tonight we had an EMT class, or a Con Ed class, and because it was at my school and he teaches both the first responder and the EMT class at my school, he knew most of the people there, but he was going around just to verify that he knew everybody and catch up. And when we were going around, I said my name was Molly, and he kind of looked at me and was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you." And that was it. And I was like, okay. He kind of seemed to not really be sure at the beginning, but all right. On my way out, I was all the way down a flight of stairs, and I hear somebody at the top. And all of a sudden yelling down after me is, "You look great, by the way." And I look up, and there he is standing at the top of the stairs, and he comes like running down the stairs. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, I don't say a ton when people compliment me on my weight loss. Thank you. It's pretty much about where I was going with that. Maybe it was just because I sat in a Con Ed class for that long and I just wanted to go. But immediately he just was like, "If you don't mind me asking, did you have surgery?" And I just said yes. That was it. Just yes. And he immediately jumped into, and this is what caught me completely off guard, was all I said was yes. And he jumps into this spiel about how, a lot of people think that you can just go into surgery and it magically makes the weight fall off and everything's great. And he's like, it takes a ton of work and blah, blah, blah. And he was like going on, and I was like, not what I was expecting. Like, I kind of just got a rant from this guy about weight loss surgery taking all of this work and effort. And I was just not expecting that. Not that I expected him to be negative towards it, but I just wasn't expecting the reaction of telling me how much work and effort it took. And, I, coming from somebody who hasn't had weight loss surgery, or at least hasn't told me that he ever had, I'm assuming that if he asked me and I said yes, and he did, he would have said something, but I can't say either way. But just coming from an outsider's view, it was kind of really liberating and nice to hear somebody understand that it does take a lot of work and it doesn't just magically happen. And especially because there's so much of the opposite out there that I think when the truth comes out, it's really exciting, because I don't know, especially lately, I've just heard so many comments about how weight loss surgery is the easy way out and you don't have to do any work, and all of the other plethora of lies that you hear about weight loss surgery all the time. I'm sure I don't have to lecture you on them because you all probably hear it enough. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. That was the first time somebody has just straight up asked me, "Did you have weight loss surgery?" And yeah, I think definitely maybe because of his background being a paramedic and a nurse, maybe he's a little bit more open to that. I don't really know if that has anything to do with it, point being, it was really nice to hear, and he was, had a lot of really nice things to say about my progress and everything else. But it kind of makes me wonder, and this is something, a video I have queued up to make later, about why I am, quote unquote, not open about my weight loss surgery, meaning that I don't go around advertising like, oh, hey, I lost a bunch of weight and it was because of surgery, you could have it. And that's because, and I'm going to go into all of this in my other video, I kind of just want to keep it for that, but I don't walk around with a sign on my back saying, I've had weight loss surgery, ask me how, for particular reasons, none of them being associated with being ashamed of having weight loss surgery or any of those other things. But if somebody asks me straight up, I've kind of questioned myself how I would react to that, but nobody's ever asked me straight up. And obviously this kind of seems like all of the right things aligned, as in, like, haven't seen the guy in 2 years, he's a healthcare provider and whatever. But I've questioned myself that even though I'm not walking around with an advertisement on my back for weight loss surgery, and I claim to be open how I would actually react. And I think this situation was just kind of really nice. He had nothing nice to, like, nothing bad to say. Everything was nice, and the fact that he understood that it was still a struggle and it's still a lot of work from an outside was just amazing. And I'm rambling now, but that other video is on my docket of things to make and will happen about why I don't publicly, I just keep going back to, like, walking around with a sign on my back, but it's like, when people ask me about how I lost weight, I don't instantly go to, I had surgery. That's not my first thing. If they ask, I will certainly divulge them. But I tend to go to other worlds first, and I will leave the rest of that for my other rambling video, because I should probably actually stop procrastinating homework and go do that. So that was my liberating experience of the night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.